Video will demonstrate how to use an image instead of a point in your Neatline exhibit. You'll notice here that I have a grid of images that I've laid out on my Neatline. Anytime I hover over one of them, they become highlighted. This is because I've added them as individual points, and then I've linked those points to an image and toggled the opacity so that it's semi-opaque. So you see they're a little bit darker, and then once you hover over them and they become selected, they're fully opaque. This is a great way to let your user know that they're about to, or that they've clicked on a specific image. So I've created a new record called The Glorification of St. Ursula, and I want to add that into this space. So first I'm going to go up to Map, and I'm going to click Draw Point, and I'm just going to put a point down here in an empty space, and then I'm going to go over to Style, and under Imagery, you'll see you have this Point Image text box. If you click on the little question mark, it explains a little bit more about how this point image gets used, but what we need essentially is a link to the image that we want to use. So if you've already uploaded that image into an Omeka item, then we can use that file. So I'm going to go over into Omeka. I've got my corresponding Omeka item here. Remember, if I click through to the file and get that file URL at the very top, then I'll copy that, and back in Neatline, I'll paste that into my point image, and you should see it has appeared, but it's very tiny down here, so we're going to make it larger, and we're going to make it slightly more visible. So the way to make it larger is to go into Point Radius under the Dimension section in Style. It's automatically set to 10 pixels as the radius, but we'll try making it 100. You'll see it starts to get bigger. Maybe I'll make it 200. It's bigger yet, and then I'm going to save that for the moment. It's a little bit hard to see, so maybe I'll go over to opacity, and maybe I'll make it 0.5 as its default opacity, and then when it gets selected, we'll make it fully opaque. So that's a scale of 1 there to be fully opaque. And then the last thing I might want to do is I might want to reposition this so it's not overlapping with another image. So to do that, maybe I'll go into my other image and I will move that up, and then I can position my glorification. So if you need to move a point after you have created it and then added in an image, you can go into that record. So I'll go find this record. I'll go back to Map, and I'll select the Drag Shape tool. And then when I click on this point, I can drag it up, and I'll move it up into the corner, and then I'll save, and now I can go back and do the same for the Glorification of St. Ursula. Remember, I have to go into Map, select the Drag Shape tool, and then I can move this up and place it here. Notice that I've got this extra piece of geometry that's related to this other image, so I would then also need to move this as well. And that's how you create and add point images.